If you're just joining us, this is the World News Report on CRTV News. We bring you more voices from the just ended WTO MC14 conference, 14th Ministerial Conference that held in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Julia Anting-Wolf and Irini Skevolfilax were delegates from the Global Youth Coalition, and they shared their views with us during the conference, offering a perspective that connects youth empowerment and development. We began by asking them more about their motivation attending the World Trade Organization's 14th Ministerial Conference.
So the Global Youth Coalition is a global NGO, and we work mostly on all issues related to intergenerational equity. So trying to create a future that accounts for the needs of current and future generations. And trade is a huge part of that. Trade is a really important tool when it comes to sustainable development, and young people are the ones that are going to be affected largely by the decisions that are made in rooms like this. And so we really want to advocate for the fact that young voices should be included in these discussions, and that young people have important information to add to the debates going on here at MC14 and in trade debates in the future.
Would you mind telling us more about the Global Youth Coalition?
Yes, absolutely. So the Global Youth Coalition is all focused on intergenerational equity and getting youth voices in spaces that decide policy issues that impact intergenerational equity. And so us being here at MC14 is trying to bring youth voices to the table and to bring youth perspectives and policy issues that are quite important to the younger generation here at MC14.
You both say you've attained your objectives set out for the conference, and what key messages are you taking back home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so difficult because it's an ongoing goal that we have. We're never fully going to achieve everything we want. You know, this conversation needs to go on over the next few years, but I do think it's been such a productive experience. We've spoken to amazing people who are passionate about youth inclusion, who are open to hearing our opinions, and who are committed to making sure that young voices are included in this space in the future. And so in that regard, I do think that we've achieved a lot of what we set out to do here.
One of the key messages that we're going to be taking back home is how youth inclusion in the policy-making space looks different in different parts of the world. For example, Cameroon is a big leader in this region in terms of youth engagement, having local youth representatives in every province represented, and the Ministry of Youth Affairs having a very strong and active youth representative base involved in the policy-making space and in observation with the National Congress and the National Assembly. And so we'll bring these ideas hopefully abroad and really bring attention to the good work that's being done here with youth affairs and to champion for that elsewhere.
Now with that, what would you ladies say, or what are you ladies looking forward to when it comes to involving youth in more policy discussions like that of the WTO?
Yeah, so our expectations are to hopefully set up frameworks to make sure that young people can be included in discussions, especially around trade, moving forward. So the WTO has already made some moves in that direction. They have the young trade leaders, and we kind of hope that moving forward we'll be able to accredit more young people to attend these conferences. Hopefully we'll see some WTO reform in the direction of young people being able to speak in the main sessions. That would be kind of the dream and the goal moving forward, and we're hoping to work towards that. With my answer?
I'm totally in sync. We're very excited about different organizational WTO reform, and particularly in the debates and the side sessions, the small breakouts. You know, if young people can be included in all of the different parts of the debates at the WTO and give their take on trade policy issues, that would just be really the dream.
And before we let you go, how would you describe your experience being in Cameroon for 4 days?
Oh, I mean, it is has been honestly so incredible. I think the main thing that stood out to me were the people and the hospitality of everyone that we've encountered. You know, people were so willing to kind of show us Cameroon, to show us around, to tell us more about the work they do here. And so that level of openness is really unique, and it's been a really amazing experience. Yeah.
Yes, honestly, I have loved our time in Cameroon. Everyone has just been so incredibly kind and helpful, and it's really wonderful to see how cosmopolitan Yaoundé is, how cosmopolitan Cameroon in general is. The different engagement that's been happening here has just been incredible, and seeing all the people who are excited to be here in Yaoundé is really inspiring.
Well, Julia Antigwov and Irini Skevolfilax of the Global Youth Coalition, thank you for talking to us, and we hope you're all doing well back home. All right, before we go, a recap of our top stories.